Alrighty, guys, we are here live at Kobo's Barbecue here in Houston. Me and John are going to be taking it over tonight. Unfortunately, James cannot make it, but we'll hold it down. Looks like the Texans are on the clock at 37, and there's tons of smoke towards us being interested in Breece Hall, the running back out of Iowa State. John, how would that pick make you feel, man?
I mean, typically, I don't believe in moving up or taking a running back early, especially this year. There's so many good quality running backs at depth. But I mean, honestly, Breece Hall's pretty special.
Yeah.
So if we're able to grab him, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, go with a guy that has the potential to be just an absolute greater at guard even.
Yep.
And then you pair him with a running back that you know is going to be very good in the NFL. And yeah, and I think it also says that they believe in Mills.
Yeah, they believe in Mills and they need to support him.
If they go get a running back, that's the biggest vote of confidence you can see in Mills.
Yeah, I've been a big proponent of don't go running back in the second round, go running back later in the draft because it's a deeper class rather than a top-heavy class. But that was all kind of predicated around the fact that I wanted offensive line help first, right? And now we've gotten that offensive line help with Kenyon Green. So Breece Hall won't just be all on his own. And now he'll actually have some help in the run game. Wait, I thought we were on the clock. The Jets are on the clock?
Jets are on the clock.
Jets are on the clock. They picked right before us?
Yeah.
Okay. Who did Jets pick?
With 37.
They could take a running back, but I don't think it's likely. Oh, they took Breece Hall.
Wow.
Oh, damn, they took him right before us. Okay. It ain't gonna be Breece Hall. Okay, now with him off the board, man.
I wonder if Cesario putting that out up there earlier.
Yeah.
Steered him into it.
It seems like it. Man.
That's a pick before. Now we're gonna have all sorts of stories about how the Jets got their pick before the Texans did.
Man, okay. Now this makes it real easy if I'm selecting for the Texans. I'm just want to go with the best pass rusher available. I feel like that's the biggest hole on our team right now, and it lines up really well with the value on the board with David Ojabo out of Michigan and Arnold Ebiketie out of Penn State. I think those are two of the best players available, and we have a hole at the starting position that Jacob Martin was holding down before. So now we need another guy opposite John Bernard. Yes, Travis, I think Sky Moore would be good as well, but I think maybe later in third.
I love Sky Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what Amendola did against Mills against the Titans. Having that slot receiver or the reliable slot receiver,
yeah.
I mean, that could be.
And we know Nick loves his slot wide receivers with New England.
We are out. The pick is in. They knew exactly what they were
taking. Man.
There was no hesitation there.
No hesitation whatsoever. Okay, so then I think you're right then. They were probably just sending it at the smoke screen.
Yeah.
And now this is who they really wanted all along.
They are not. Like. They are not. This doesn't seem like a panic pick.
I think, especially in the second round, these teams kind of probably know. It's like the top of the first round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teams kind of know which the teams in front of them are going to go. And so Texans are ready, boys. Let's see it. Oh, Ojabo scares me. Yeah, you're not going to get to play Ojabo as rookie, but his upside is looking good. Let's see who this is going to be. Ooh, that's my guy. That's my guy. Nice. Another corner, another defensive back. There's our safety. Okay.
Hey.
He gone. I'm wearing his shirt too. This is his logo. He emotional, man. He's an emotional man.
I mean, think about it. If you look, he's no longer one of the. He's definitely not starting next year now.
No, I understand that, but it's like, where's your competitorship? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's your competitive spirit? Where's your leadership?
Be a team player, man.
Hell yeah. Hey, guys, we just got better, blah, blah, blah. This guy's going to push me. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? Sheesh, time's up. Bro, you act like you made, like, all progress.
You know? Right? He's nobody.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, where's your competitiveness?
Right now he's cornerback 3 on the outside. I mean, overall, he's probably number 4.
Let's go, bro.
But
that's my boy.
He's still right there, and if he continues to play better, he may still end up being the starter. He did actually say that the Texans got the best corner in the draft. He did say that in support of State. So we'll see. I mean, he has a habit of just tweeting out his ass anyways. So,
Yeah, bro.
like, this is the first time.
My thing is like, dude, is this like Tyrann Mathieu? Just kind of watered down. Tyrann, he just tweet anything.
Yeah.
I saw that shit last night. I'm like, bro, like, where's your competitiveness to say, hey man, we're gonna be really good at this. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna now you got 2 lockdowns.
Exactly.
Make a team, do something. Instead you sit there crying.
The team is not going to like that. They're going to put him in the doghouse for that.
Especially when
It's immature.
Yeah. It's not like you're a quarterback and they drop the coach.
Yeah.
I mean, and
There's only one position for that. You know what I mean? But you're a corner and they're dropping. I mean, who's saying that you're the odd man out? You're like legitimately calling yourself out at this point, saying, "I know I'm not here as much longer."
Yeah.
Which
I don't disagree. We don't know what they've talked to him about.
Yeah, correct.
And I mean, granted, some of it is they just may not have talked to him at all. But I mean, he still has the physical ability to come in there and play better. I think part of it is part of it's mental though.
Yeah. He has a physical ability. He just needs to get it in between the ears. You know what I mean? Like, but I saw it last night. I went on. It was a bit disappointing. Like, here we go again. With the social media bullshit. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I definitely agree. Oh yeah, you get an interview with Petrie.
Yeah, it was
Is
great.
that how you say his last name, Petrie?
I think so.
Or is it Peter?
I think
I've heard
it's
some people say
Petrie.
that when it's spelled like that, some people have told me that it's Peter, but it's Petrie.
I did on my interview with Jordan Petrie. If you guys can check that out, it's on my Twitter. Learn a lot from him. He's a very well-spoken guy. But man, I love that pick. He's a guy I've loved for so long. Sleeper on that Baylor defense. He's kind of like Buda Baker, Tyrann Mathieu, that smaller defensive back, playing the nickel, plays some safety, he's versatile, and he plays bigger than his size. So I really like that. I think we're seeing
He thinks he's a linebacker sometimes.
Yeah, still play down in the box too. You want to blitz him, like you can do that.
But he's exactly that type of disruptor that you can kind of move around all over the field.
Exactly.
I had joked about way back when that we should go with both Kyle Hamilton and him.
Yeah.
And just really solidify the back end. And so obviously I'm happy about him. I'm very happy about him.
Yeah. Oh.
So
It's like it's a weird fit because he's gonna mostly play the position that Xavier Thomas is playing, that nickel corner. But I think, like you said, like especially on passing downs, like he's gonna play a lot of linebacker as well. So instead of having Kirksey and KGH out there, you might just have one linebacker, then Petrie as well, because he can do that. He can line up with some tight ends and stuff. Like it's gonna be fun to watch.
dude, he was a. I mean, he's good about the run. He's going to crash down. We'll see how it goes with his zone and zone responsibilities if he actually makes it as a true safety. But that does really create a logjam there, kind of with that nickel corner position.
Would you say it's our deepest position now?
I'm sorry?
Would you say it's our deepest position now? I think it has to be.
The slot, well, if you're looking at it as like a slot corner star position, yeah.
Yeah. That and Xavier Thomas and then Desmond
Yeah,
King can do it
Taviar,
too.
Desmond King, and Petrie, they can all play that.
That's
So
crazy.
they can, that also means because they all have a little bit of flexibility. Taviar doesn't have as much. But King and Petrie have enough versatility that you can kind of spin back in.
Exactly. I'm super excited about it. I think it shows the identity that Nick Caserio wants to build. He wants to build back to front, so secondary first, and prioritizing coverage, man. He's getting these athletes with ball skills that have a dog mentality too. Like both Petrie and Stingley, like they are dogs. And they're going to put up a physical fight and get in the head of these opponents.
And it makes considerably more sense than Bryce Hall.
Makes a lot more sense.
Brees Hall.
I'm really happy with that. Now, man.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Brees Hall is going to be a really good running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
But we don't even have to start a safety for this bit.
Exactly. Losing Justin Reed, like
we're not in a position like It is a vote of confidence for Davis Mills. It means the offense they're going to really invest in making it better.
Yeah.
But when you look at the players we currently have on the roster, we didn't even have a starter at safety. Now at least we have one. I don't know who's going to be the other starter.
Yep. We'll find some other ones later in the draft. This is a deep. Oh, Arnold Leviquette just won. That was my guy. Damn it. I wonder if they're going to trade back into the second. Do you think they will? Or do you think they're going to stay in the third? They got
They
those
have
2 third rounders.
so many draft picks.
Exactly. They can't use them all. They'll trade up at some point.
I mean, they won't be able to sign them all.
Yeah,
If you do
exactly.
the math, it's going to – I mean, they could. It's just –
No team has ever really done it before.
Yeah, in a year with this much depth on the unrestricted free agents, or the undrafted free agents, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. At the same time, I'm cool with it either way.
Yeah.
Because I honestly do believe that every draft pick is a lottery ticket.
Yep.
Or it's playing roulette. Some of them have better odds than others, but you never quite know who's going to hit. Like, you can find a superstar in the 5th round. Like, it happens. It's rare, but it does happen.
Yeah.
You can find a starting quarterback in the 6th. Again, rare. It may never happen again, but it has happened. So it's just, they're all lottery tickets. And it's just like playing the lottery. If you have more tickets, you have higher odds of getting somebody and getting somebody that outperforms the draft position.
Yeah. So that might be how Nick looks at it. Get a bunch of swings at bat, and hopefully you can hit a few out the park.
So I'm completely cool with them keeping all those picks and
Right.
just doing something unreal. But Nick has also shown that if there's a player he wants, he's going to go get him.
Exactly. We saw it last year with Nico Collins and Garrett Waller. He traded up twice for Garrett Waller. We heard that he later wanted Nate Hobbs,
Yeah.
right? But clearly they were still very high on Garrett Waller.
Which
So,
would have made more sense, but
yeah.
it is. Waller did
He showed some flashes for a
I mean,
5th round pick. Like,
looks like for where he was drafted to be a
I think pretty
Jameson's
bad.
or Echo.
I thought it was said it was fine.
Is it both of us echoing or just one of us?
Oh, this guy said that weird shit too. I don't know what. Is it mainly the echo, or is there also background noise
I
too?
thought it was just the background noise. Oh, it's just Jordan.
Okay, let's try and we'll get a little farther away from each other.
We'll scoot away from each other. See if that helps.
All right.
Jordan has the wired ones. You gotta get him some AirPods.
Let me try my AirPods.
Yeah, it was me talking into your mic accidentally.
My AirPods have never been able to connect. Alright, how's that? Can you listen to me better? Way better than
Y'all hear us okay? This is better than last night, if nothing. What you looking at?
So much better. We're in. I can't even see the TV. What are we at right now?
The Bears are on the clock and they're big set.
What do you want? Okay, 3 cap picks in the 2nd round so far. So, Logan Hall to the Bucks, and Christian Watson to the Packers. Titans took Roger McCreary. That's an interesting one. He's gotten a lot of mixed reviews. I love him. Especially against the Packers, but it's kind of easy. Chicago Bears are up next. Texans next is at 68. So now that we go on corner, on safety, we have like corner and a deep. And then offensive line. So what do you think? Is there a position that you really want to focus on, or do you think just best available?
It'll just depend on how the board checks out. I think best available is, again, usually the best player. But it just honestly depends on what the board looks like. Like, you still, I mean, you name a position, you can still use somebody there. I mean, other than maybe cornerback.
Yeah, I think we're good on
I think we're
cornerback.
good at corner. But I mean, even there, if it's the right guy, it's the right guy.
If it's like a guy like Andrew Booth, somehow it's still there. You know, he's hard to pass up.
Right or wrong, we're not. I still believe that this year's just let up on talent. That's it. It doesn't really matter where they play. Just get as much talent as you can. We're not gonna compete. We should be better than we were last year, just by the nature of having newer, younger talent in. But it's not this year that they're gunning for. It's the year after. And the year after. It's also very dependent on Davis Mills if he takes a step. They're actually in a, like I've said this many times, and I'll repeat it in case any of your listeners don't follow my show. Davis Mills right now is kind of like in the perfect position for the Texans. He's good. We're winning this match. If he's bad, we're going to have a pick to get a quarterback without trading anything. Like, that's how you determine.
It's all
So if he's good, he's still get like a round pick. If he's bad and he's not the guy, we're getting a very, very early pick. So,
quarterback class is super strong.
and I mean, it looks stronger. Again, we thought this year's class was going to be better than it was.
So anything can happen.
Yeah. So we really don't know. I mean, remember we were talking about Sam Howell last year. Things happen. These are guys that people had high expectations for both of them. Who's going to go first? One of those two. Everybody was so convinced one of those two was going to go first.
Who knows what will happen for sure. So at least we already have a guy. Like at least we're not the Panthers or the Falcons. It doesn't have like a guy to look to. We're in a better position. Yeah, as we look to the third round, I think John's right. We're really just want to cloud less talent. I do think that would be a better spot for running back than maybe Kenneth Walker goes there.
He's a great runner, but I mean, I am very biased on this, but I'm always biased when it comes to South Carolina players. Wait for Kevin Harris.
Kevin Harris.
If you took his game speed from 2 years ago, when he hurt his back, you would have ran a 5.43, low 4.4. If he runs a if Kevin Harris doesn't try and play through a cracked bone in his spine, and then strange. I know it was a stress fracture. If he doesn't try to play, essentially, if he doesn't try to play through injuries, essentially at his pro day, he pulled his hamstring, and then he decided to run again, and he still ran a 4.7 with a pulled hamstring.
4.7?
Yes.
Okay.
So 4.7 for a running back. You just look at the numbers. If you look at the context.
That's true.
He also had the most forced missed tackles 2 years ago. Remember when everybody was hot and heavy over him? There was a reason for it.
Okay.
Everybody forgot about him because they didn't realize the context. I think, without a doubt, if he stays healthy, he's the number 2 running back in this draft.
Number 2.
You could get him in the 5th or the 6th round. So, definitely biased there. And if you want to go for, and there's others, the guy out of Nevada,
Pierre Strong, North Dakota State. I was actually going to ask you about another South Carolina running back, Zaquandre White. What do you think about him? Because he looks like, oh my God, he's
electric. He runs a little too upright.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a 4-down back. He can't, but as a
just a pure runner.
yeah, as a change pace back, satellite back, like yeah, he'd be fun.
Yeah.
You pair him with somebody like Deontay Ingram.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Like you could mix and match running backs. Like you don't have to go and reach for Walker.
Okay. That's what you prefer
Walker's
to do.
not as slam. Walker's a good running back. Don't get me wrong, but he's a first and second down running back. The team's going to have to settle like that. And he's not a slam. He's not a slam dunk like this. Like I'm okay with this one.
Yeah.
Really good running back prospect. Kenneth Walker, solid runner, but I just don't think he's the same level as first. So I would rather not.
Okay.
But,
I'll push back. I'll play devil's advocate.
okay.
I have Kenneth Walker higher. For me, I think he's my running back 1. Brees Hall's running back 2.
Really?
Yeah. I think his speed translates more to the football field than Brees Hall does. I think Brees Hall, I think he ran past the 40, but Kenneth Walker has more long touchdowns. I think he's better at making guys miss.
Yeah, but he's older.
By a year or 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's college, but
Yeah.
still, that's a year or two to actually learn the nuances of the running back.
It is, but the thing with Brees Hall is he has a lot of tread on his tires. He's been a 3-year starter.
And he's only 20.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, again, no, you're not. The one thing that scared me about Brees Hall is his closest comparable is David Johnson.
Yeah, because he's a bigger back.
He's a bigger back.
Yep.
He can catch passes, very athletic, but doesn't have the, like you said, the nuances of the running back position.
Yeah.
The sack. Even though he's a freak athlete.
He's a freak athlete, but I think Brees Hall gets a little too cute sometimes and tries to do a bit too much rather than just hit the hole. Whereas Kenneth Walker's pretty good at just getting upfield, doing one cut and just get upfield. So I don't know. For me, if he's there at 68, that's a no-brainer. I think, like you said, right away, he might have some issues with third down duties, pass catching, pass protecting. But that's something that we've seen.
He cannot pass protect at all.
It's not great. It's not great, but we've seen guys
this is like when we were talking about Sauce tackling.
Yeah.
Like that's Kenneth Walker and pass blocking. Like he's got a good heart.
He tries, but he's a little skinny.
Tries, or he might be making business decisions and playing it off well. I'm not sure. He's not a pass blocker.
Yeah, I just think I think that's a skill that you can teach running backs. Like we've seen with Leonard Fournette. In college, he was not a third down guy whatsoever. And now that's his main strength for the Buccaneers. And same thing with Jonathan Taylor as
but
well.
You're projecting something when there's already guys that can do it right away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or a guy that Kenneth Walker, even I don't know. This is where you say you had him as an RB1, so
Yep.
you see him as a potential. My guess is you do see him as a guy that can potentially be a great runner.
I do.
Whereas I don't.
Yeah, I think he can rip off those 50-yard touchdowns.
It doesn't matter. They re-signed Penny, right? They did re-sign Penny. Sean Penny?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I haven't been.
I was pretty sure they re-signed Penny.
Man,
Take Kenneth Walker.
that's interesting. The Seahawks with another
Seahawks always do weird stuff.
interesting pick.
They may just play wishbone. I mean, they got Drew Lock as their quarterback.
They need to run the ball a lot if you have Drew
I
Lock.
thought they were going to take Spencer. I thought they were going to take Riddler.
Man, okay, there goes the top 2 running backs on the board. So I think for the Texans, I know a lot of Texans fans want running backs, so we're going to continue on this discussion. I think the guys to look out for now, Brian Robinson out of Alabama and Isaiah Spiller out of Texas A&M. Because we got Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M.
Spiller ran slow, and I cannot find any context on his sport.
That's not his game at all. He's a slower back, but he's got really great vision, good tackle rate.
Who was the other guy that ran really slow out of Notre Dame?
Notre Dame, Kyron Williams. He's more of your third down back. He's the best pass protecting back, good pass catcher, but he's small too. He's slow and small.
He went to Notre Dame as well, played for the Lions for years.
Was it Lewis? Not Lewis Riddick. Theo Riddick.
Theo Riddick. Yeah. He's going to do that all over again.
Jeez, yeah.
Which is
good, but not in the second round.
If you pair him with somebody that's a first and second round.
Yep.
Which is pretty much my point. Pick 2 running backs because there's going to be late round in the 5th or the 6th round. There's going to be guys out there that have talent still.
Yeah, definitely.
So don't try and go get one of the better ones. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, Isaiah Spiller will be a really fun one. I think he's one of the safer backs because he's got really great vision. Brian Robinson's just a hammer and downhill north-south runner, really physical. He would be great. He also fits as one of those guys that is a great leader, great work ethic guy, great culture guy that I think the Texans will love. Some later options are Hassan Haskins if you want to go round 4, 5, 6 type of guy. But other than running back,
James Cook, that's an interesting one.
James Cook would be great because he's got a lot of. We talked about the pass catching duties. He's maybe the best pass catcher in this. That comes in right away. He's dynamic too. It's not just like the short, quick game, but he can go downfield. I've seen him burn linebackers downfield on just go routes for big, long touchdowns.
The other White, Samir White.
I love Samir White.
Samir White. There's a lot of people that are comparing him to not as good, but we of course didn't think he was going to be as good. Out of New Orleans. Why am I blanking on his name right now?
Samir White?
No. Shoot. Having a moment.
It's all good.
But no, Samir White, I mean, he's fun.
He just runs angry. He runs so angry and pissed off. I love it. Like, he's going to be, like, leaning into, like, the bully ball that we're trying to do with our run game. Like, he's going to be breaking tackles all the time. He's super explosive, very fast.
And then Rashad White.
And, yeah.
You see, there's too many something white, and then there's two Z whites.
Yeah.
So I have fairly well remembered some of these guys.
It's hard, man. There's thousands of draft prospects this year. It's the biggest and deepest class ever. Alvin Kamara, that's a decent comparison for James Cook, these dual threat backs that are quicker than fast. But yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see if we end up picking up running back. I think we'll definitely will, but we'll see which one it is. Other positions I think we should target. I would not be mad if they get another offensive lineman. If they get another guard, or a guy who can play center and guard. Because, I don't know, for me, I'm not super confident in Justin Britt and AJ Cannon. I'm really not. So I'd rather have a guy that you can develop behind him. Because right now we don't really have anyone.
Well, I mean, I think Britt is like a good center to have to develop another center.
Yes.
He actually, I mean, for what he does, for what he is physically, he's actually fairly good. Mm-hmm. But he's just not physically there.
Yeah. The knee injury,
especially if we're drafting somebody like Green, and then you already look at who we have on our offensive line. It looks like they're really trying to stay committed to running power.
Yeah, exactly. They are.
And Britt is not a power center.
He's more of his own guy. Yep. So I guess going on that line.
Neither is Morrissey.
No, he's a skinny guy.
Yeah, he's actually really tiny.
He might be barely 300 pounds. So going on that line, more power, interior offensive line we get. One of my favorites is Jamari Failure out of Georgia. He played left tackle and right guard for them, but he projects much better at the right guard. And I think that would be perfect because we talked about Justin Britt. AJ Cannon, man, I'm not a fan. I think he's looked really – his play has gone downhill in the past few years. And now he's coming off a major knee injury with a torn MCL. So – I'm not happy about that pick whatsoever, about that signing. So I'd like to go Jamari Failure. Third round would make sense, I think. But yeah, the running back, offensive line. Now, can we go back over to defense? Because I feel like defense, there's still a big hole at edge rusher in my opinion, opposite John Bernard. And now we've seen some of the top guys go off the board, and Arnold Ebiketie to the Falcons and Boye Mafe to the Seahawks. So I think some other edge options for us. There we go, defenseman. David Ojabo is still there. And I know you're not going to get him as a rookie, but his upside is like a top 15 player in this class.
Yeah.
So if he somehow is there at 68, that's a no-brainer. I think even trading up for him would honestly make sense. We have so many picks, man. You got to trade up eventually. Those are the two options. You want some water? I'm going to grab some water.
Chat, what do y'all think? You think the Texans are going to try and move up or stay back? Thanks, sir.
All right. You guys got any questions for us? Any topics you would like us to discuss? Leave it in the chat and we'll get to it. We've got some time to kill before the Texans' next pick. So let us know what you want us to talk about. We are not even halfway through the second round just yet. Who's on the clock?
There was nothing like this. I was in my little apartment in Intrigue, New York, at Cornell University, and Jim Fitz, the general manager, called and he told me, "Congratulations, son. You enjoyed drafting by."
I know it looks like people are actually pretty happy that we took Petrie.
I'm glad. I think, we're really loading up on that cornerback room. And, maybe people want to run back or edge, but I think he was one of the best players available. So I'm happy about it.
I'm really, really not used to looking at Twitter and people being happy about it.
Right? Right?
So we'll take that. Hopefully we're happy about a couple more. Hopefully
we're happy about the rest of them. Is that what you said? Wow. Giants went Wandale Robinson in the second round. It's a bit early, but... All right, Travis Scott has a question for us. It says, what do you think is the possibility of a trade up back into the second? Higher than 50%? I would think. It's tough to say. But yeah, I think I would say higher than 50% just because we still have 10 picks to be made. We've got 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, I believe 3 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. So I don't think we're going to make all this money. I really don't. I would love to get back on second, take an edge rusher like David Ojabo. Maybe you give up your third and your later fifth. That would make sense to me. And Vikings took Andrew Booth. A lot of people have him as a first-round talent, but apparently he fell out because of the injury issues. So Vikings get another good cornerback to build their defense, man. That's what they always like to do. I would have loved if we were able to trade up for him. Oh, man, having 3 corners, that would be funny. Just load up on that talent. Well, that's fine. I love my boy Petrie. I think he allows Lovie Smith to get a lot more versatile with his defense. He allows him to blitz more often because that's one of Petrie's biggest strengths, man. He's such a good blitzer. Kind of like Tyrann Mathieu, kind of like Buda Baker, kind of like Kenny Moore, those types of players. So I hope Lovie Smith can utilize that skill set and play Petrie to his strengths. Any other questions for your boy? Man. I'm excited just to watch Jalen Petrie play. Honestly, he's going to be one of my favorites. I'm probably going to have to get a jersey of him just because I love him so much. He's one of those guys that always gives 110%. And it's just a fun guy to watch in the field, man. He flies around like a little heat-seeking missile. Plays big in size. He just adds some toughness to this team, man. He plays fast, plays hard. That's the identity that the Texans have been preaching that they want to play with, man. As far as Petrie highlights, he's a playmaker, definitely, man. Whether he's blitzing, he's playing the run, covering, you do a little bit of everything. So, tons of fun.
And here's the best part. Go look at Petrie's Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Look at some clips from the game. Like, he did really well against other players that are going to be drafted.
Yep.
That's really, really.
Yeah, they took Jalen Petrie out of Baylor. Yeah. Yeah.
Do it.
Hall went right before us. The pick right before it. Did you cover him at the Senior Bowl? I did. So if you want to check out an interview I had with him at the Senior Bowl, go to my Twitter. I just tweeted it out. It was a really good interview, man. He talked about he was so self-aware in terms of like the things that he wants to work on, and so I think that's something that they really liked in him is that he's a worker. He's gonna do everything necessary to be the best version of himself. That's something that the Texans are preaching on, and he's got. He's the person and a good football player.
Who's gonna draft a quarterback? Anybody?
You think the Panthers, but they don't even have the picks in the
No,
second
they don't have
round.
the second round pick.
So I don't know who it's going to be. The Seahawks already made their selections. I'm going to see the board.
Rumor is Texans are about to trade up.
Oh my gosh. Go get David Ojabo. The Browns are trading the 44th pick to Houston. Here we go. We talked about it. We're trading up.
Texans are on the clock.
Oh man. Okay, I got to see it live. I can't have it spoiled.
This is
Pick
exciting.
it in.
And they knew exactly who they're wanting.
David Ojabo. Come on now.
Might be Dean.
Come on now. Oh, this stupid commercial break.
That's a commercial. It's going to be in.
You got Isaiah Spiller. How would you feel if we traded up and got Isaiah Spiller?
Oh, no. Please no.
I don't think it'd be the best use of resources, just because as we've been talking about, there's so many other options at running back. But pairing him with Kenyon Green, man, get that team chemistry going.
It's a deep year for running backs, wide receivers. It's a deep year for corners, actually.
And tight end, which is another position that I think.
Tight ends. So, I mean, but none of these guys are really like star quality.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys that can come in and probably better than most of the players we have.
Oh man.
So we'll see. I'm very curious. Like, how do we feel about Pierce? Like, out of Florida,
Damian
I like
Pierce,
him a
I
lot.
would love
I
him.
like him a lot, and he should be there in the fourth.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So
He fits our team perfect.
yeah,
Like
early day three, not a lot of tire or wear on his tires
Mhm.
because they did this weird rotation in Florida.
Yeah, they barely played him.
And he looked great.
Dude, he was such an underrated player. He's one of those guys who fits his team perfectly, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't really want Hall or Walker too much, because they're more of zone runners. But Damian Pierce is a power runner through and through. So he would make a lot of sense. If we trade up now for a defensive end, then we can still go get a running back later. I think that should be the move. If Brad is still available, Brad is a lot of people for tight end one, tight end two. Really good receiver, solid blocker. Good reach, man. He'd be a good dual threat for Hamilton. Hamilton loves his tight ends. He'd be running a lot of two tight end sets. All right, commercial is done. Focusing on the Texans pick now. Come on, who's it gonna be at 44? Oh my gosh, John. Oh, I can't even look at it. I can't look at my phone.
It's like I want to look at my phone, but
I want to look at my phone, but I don't want to look at my phone. I wonder. Malik Willis still hasn't been drafted, right? I don't think it's a quarterback, but that's just still funny to me. It's just odd. Come on,
Who's
David
it gonna
Ojabo.
be?
David Ojabo. David Ojabo will be good. Sky Moore will be good. I can't believe how many quarterbacks are still available.
like it'd be really hard for him. It's still really hard for him to mess it up.
Yeah. Here we go. John Mechie, the Canadian. Okay, out of Alabama, the wide receiver. I wanted him a lot in the third round. Traded up a little bit. He is a second round talent, but it was the injury that he suffered that most people picked him to the third. But I like that pick a lot, honestly. He's a perfect wide receiver for what Hamilton wants to do. He's a really good route runner, really good after the catch. He can run routes to all three levels of the field. He's Canadian, man. He's one of these talented Alabama wide receivers who's been doing it performing well on the field while he was young. And that seems to be kind of a trend that the Texans are taking. Ooh, okay, John Mechie.
Did he tear his ACL?
I think it was the ACL, yeah. Yeah. It was like kind of late in the season. So
I know season he wasn't able to play in the playoffs.
Yeah. But I think he tore it soon enough where he's going to play most of his rookie season. He might miss a bit of training camp, but I like Mechie a lot there.
He was predicted as a first rounder prior to injury.
Yeah.
He's another one of those guys that can play inside or outside. It really would have depended on how he tested. So it's kind of hard to predict for sure if he would have been a first round talent. But obviously, if they traded up to 44 to get him, they must love he was.
Yep. I really wonder what the compensation was.
I know,
anyone knows in the chat, drop it in the chat.
Ronnie Johnson, no.
I'm trying to find it on Twitter.
Browns the 68, 108, and 124.
68, 108, 124. So 3 picks to move up. 108, that's our fourth. 124. I guess that must be another one of our fourths. Oh.
Curious to see what the draft chart says the value on that is.
Yeah. I'm trying to see the other wide receivers on the board. I think I would have maybe taken, like, I think Sky Moore was another wide receiver to think about, but honestly, John Mechie is one of the top guys.
The difference between him and Sky Moore is twofold. First off, Sky got to test.
Yeah.
But Mechie played against SEC talent.
Yes.
So those.
John Hickman.
Like, I really like Sky Moore. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's one of the. I think he's going to be a yak beast.
Yeah.
Like, he looks a little bit like a running back catching the ball, like a Golden Tate type receiver. Like, not to the level of Dino, but like that sort of that thick guy that can catch the ball and almost borderline be a running back in the slot. Mechie's a little bit quicker. He didn't test,
but he's fast. He's fast.
He's very, very fast. He actually might be comparable to Cooks.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit because he's athletic. He's a good route runner. And good after the catch. He's just kind of very well-rounded wide receiver. So
it wasn't
187. He's not the biggest guy.
So it's 2 years in a row he's had ACL or knee injuries.
I think it was just once, just an ACL in 2021. David Jobber just went to the Ravens, of course.
Of course, the Ravens.
Oh my gosh. Why is my laptop not charging?
Where's your computer stand? Is it the splitter? Is this thing acting out? Let's see if that works. That's exactly what it was.
Alrighty. Ravens keep killing them, man. They really do. Okay, so that was what it was. We ended up trading pick 68, 108, and 124. So now our next pick is at 80. We got a big gap.
$68, 108, 124. So I think he's done.
I think he'll be done for a little bit. Now that we've given up those picks, we're at 80, and then we're at, what, 109? Now we might trade down to accumulate some of those ones, that picks that we traded up for.
Might be time for us to take a break and get some food.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
think we're going to safely have a gap.
We're going to be a while. Okay. We'll take a break on the stream and we'll come back. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break for the stream. We'll come back a few picks before the Texans are going to select again at 80, and we'll hop on as an emergency stream if they end up trading up again. But overall, I love the picks so far, Petrie and Mechie. Super athletic players, so I think the Texans are trying to get more athletic in that regard. And what would you, I guess before we go, what would you kind of grade those two?
I like both of them a lot.
Yeah.
Like Petrie is an A+.
A+, yep.
Mechie, I mean, honestly, I forgot about him because of his injury.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, like
Okay.
I haven't looked at that much. I remember him tearing people up the year before.
Yeah, exactly.
With limited touches. So I think he's solid.
I think he's solid, and I think he's the guy that he doesn't have to be the main guy. I mean, he has a great foot, so I think he'll be good. I would give Petrie an A+, Mechie, an A- or something like that.
But we're gonna take a short break. We'll be back here.
Exactly. All right, see you guys later.